Hey guys, here. Today we got a lot to go over. Is next gen fun? We're gonna go through some clips I had from stream on things that are that I'm seeing in next gen, things that might need improvement. My thoughts on it overall. You saw my initial impressions. Is it better than last gen's 21? But first, before I go through all of my next gen thoughts, let's talk about the MUT stuff first. So we do want to talk about Ray Lewis coming tomorrow. Now, of course, people don't really put linebackers out on the field because they don't jump in coverage, and safeties dominate offensive guards against the run, just like Ray Lewis should normally. So there's really no a lot. They're kind of like edged out by safeties unless you put Lurker on them, but there's really no reason to waste the AP. And also, I don't know if Ray Lewis gets there. I know Mills can get there at 96, but does Ray get to Lurker at his 95 overall? He might, but I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about next gen. All right. Now, let's go through the positives first, right, that I've seen. I think there's a lot of potential, okay? Obviously, they're just starting off. They just launched it. There is potential. It feels a lot like the beta that I played over the summer that was universally, I wouldn't say hated, but the player movement was very controversial. We'll get the player movement in a second when I go through the clips on stream. I also want to talk about the load screens are fast, right? It loads up in a game pretty quick. There's barely even a load screen there. It's not Madden 06 on next gen. Okay, it's not Madden 06, which is really cool. Madden 06 was the worst product I've ever played in my life when I bought that on 360, and it's not that. It's a lot better game than that one. It is playable. It does have depth. Smut is the same. They share an auction house. Before I go through my other things that I want to talk about next gen, let's take a word from our sponsor. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 15% off. All right, we're back. So, I want to take a look at something that Zam put out on Twitter. I thought he did a really good job kind of putting this into phrases about the user movement. And I'll show you on the field what we're talking about. He regrets buying it. User's terrible. Every coverage is as bad as the current gen beta was, but man is also bad as well. I'll show you some things why man is bad. Current gen is better. It's worse than current gen, so I agree. Play calling menu, but this is the one I wanted to kind of show off, okay? So, with this said right here, apparently there's like a animation problem when ball carriers are running at an angle. So it's super weird, super weird, super weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but let's do it again. He just runs at an angle, and like the guys like don't pursue him correctly, don't tackle him until down. So there is a problem, right? And there's a lot of bugs in next gen, kind of something we expected. Now let me go through and show you some clips from stream today. Let me set it up quick and go through some things I saw about next gen. Now here's the thing: everything in next gen that's a problem, I've seen patched before on current gen. So I don't think it's something that's unfixable, right? This is all changeable, right? Like I said, this is how the beta played. I didn't like it. And that's the thing. Like, I want to play Madden because it's fun. A lot of people are like, oh, this is more realistic, right? It's realistic that the player-user movement is worse than, like, trying to rock it all around the field. Yeah, but it's fun. Like, there's some sacrifices we make in this video game to play a video game, right? The fact that we don't, that a third-person omniscient view is a video game sacrifice that we make. We don't actually play it in first person. We're not using it in the first person because it's more fun. So, in the video game atmosphere, you got to understand, current gen is more fun than next gen, okay? Because users are smoother. They're more fun. You feel more powerful. Because also, if you are going to nerf, I think to answer this, if you are going to nerf the user, you have to make the rest of the 10 players on the field better. And not only the users nerfed, but also offensive movement is nerfed too, which is really annoying. So let's watch this play right here. This is something that I want to talk about with. Wait, hang on a second. Let me mute this track on me. Wait. Not record. Mute. All right. So, well, let me make it bigger again. That's what she said. In biggin. All right. So here is something I've talked about. All right, the user's nerfed, right? So I basically play this slant route across the middle, take away his running back thing, and I play it across. I have to play it to the corner because I know this guy will not, right? I know this guy will not play this corner if this guy goes here. So I'm expecting the rollout corner route, which we've seen so often. But if you look backside, I got a guy standing here. He has a guy standing here. Now, okay, nerf the user, but this guy needs to know to take 1 and 2 steps over to cover this guy in his zone, right? If you nerf the user, you got to balance out defense some other way. Because currently, this is what happens. And that's annoying, right? Because I know this guy isn't going to play this guy. So I have to do that. And I think that's where he's going to go. I'm kind of trailing it a little right now. He might be able to even fit it in right there. But this guy needs to play him. This is why, like, with a better user, a lot of these flaws in the AI can be made up because you can kind of try and bait up a little bit. I didn't run a contain on this play. Contains are inconsistent, but, you know, that I should have had it right there against Lamar Jackson. So that's something, right? I want to say cover 3 beaters still work. Cover 3 beaters are not that hard to do right now in next gen, so those things are still in the game. I just want to show it. Also, look how high I got. This is at 6'5" safety. You jump like 10 feet in the air. So yeah, we get ups. I'm just going through observations I have in next gen. These aren't all critiques. These are some just next gen observations. All right, this one right here. This is why man coverage is horrible. This opponent tried running man coverage against me. I discovered at the play before this, wheel routes now dominate man coverage, which basically means the man meta on next gen is dead. If you hate man coverage on current generation, come to next gen. Watch Lynn Swan on the wheel route against his man coverage. Just runs right past him. Easy clap. That's 20. I don't know who 27 is, but he's a defensive back, and I just have an easy touchdown. Okay, just walking into the end zone. So man coverage is dead. It also doesn't really defend cut routes that well. So not only just wheels, but other routes. Okay. Here's another thing. All right, here's a CPU pick. You got to throw out a sack right at us. Throw out a sack still in the game, unfortunately. I really wish they weren't, or something else is there. All right, so watch. This is stop and go. So this is movement. This is movement on next gen, right? Next generation, like, oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be smooth. Watch this stop and go that I have to perform on his lineman. Do you see it looks like Looney Tunes where he tries to get back up to speed? He like spins his feet over and over, and he just doesn't give it a natural burst. They gotta improve agility and acceleration. Right? It feels like he's playing on ice almost. So like these icicles, these frosted over field, this hockey rink that we're currently playing football on needs to be patched. And I want to hope and believe that this is a bug, right? I've seen them fix this before from the beta to the main game. It 100% improved. And this should 100% improve too. This is my main feedback, and I think a lot of the community's main feedback is that player movement isn't great. You're like, oh, well, that's Taylor Mays. Okay. Because once Taylor Mays gets up to speed, right? Once he gets up to speed, he then takes off, right? This is right. This is okay. But it's this initial burst and this initial, like, stop and go. And I want to show you something before. So, like, talking about stop and goes, this is kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking stop and goes and how I want to see it played. Look at Lamar Jackson. See, realistic, right? You can tweet at Clint Oldenburg, hey, my 12-year-old cousin really wants to stop and go like his hero Lamar Jackson did in high school. Right? And then he just walks in. So right now, it's a little bit worse than that. So I really hope they bring back current gen movement system to next gen, at least for as far as agility, change, direction, acceleration. Okay? Let's go back through more observations on stream. Right here. This is Tyreek Hill in the same player movement. All right, so I throw an in route to beat his coverage, and then watch me cut up field. Do you see how he has to, like, lean and, like, his guy didn't get a tackle on him? This was kind of weird, too. This is the problem. He just, like, there's, like, a lot of lean there. It's, like, kind of like driving, like, on a motorcycle leaning into a turn. It's so weird. It's so unintuitive, and it doesn't even look that great. I'll watch it in real time. Does that look how Tyreek Hill runs IRL? Does that look anywhere near realistic? No. Tyreek Hill bursts. Does this look, this looks terrible. This is not next gen movement. So I 100% believe in my heart, like this is me showing in the background. Yo, get out of the way. I'll get out of the way. That's my Tyreek Hill next gen animation. All right. Anyways, we do stupid shit on stream. Sorry. Next play. This one right here. Oh, this one I thought I thought I hit Y in time, but I didn't animate. I got the acrobat, so I thought I'd animate horizontally, but he just threw it right past us. There are some still wild lurks. That one wasn't that bad. I was kind of mistimed off that. I will say juke. He beat me on a juke and a spin to the flats, but other than that, other than like pointed this way and then juking back this way, I didn't see jukes or spin work a lot for me. But again, I didn't use evasive. I haven't tested this a lot, but like this guy got me a couple times when I was going for big hit sticks. And then he fall into that hit stick, right? I got some hitters out there. I got some savages in that box. I'll show you another one that he got us with. This time he did spin. Savage. And then he got just destroyed by Dominique Rogers-Camardi. Hit power means nothing in this game, by the way, guys. All right, here's another one. He's in press cover 3. Yeah, he's in press cover 3, and it doesn't work. Do not use press cover 3 this year. That's Tyreek Hill against Deion Sanders, and they just let him run past him. But this right here is kind of weird. 81. Actually, wait. Who's 81? Oh, that was Night Train Lane. Sorry. So Night Train Lane, someone that could probably press Tyreek pretty hard, but doesn't. This is like this is the problem also with the movement. Like, look at the rack system. This is why the acceleration once you get the ball in your hands is terrible. Do you see how he just catches up to Tyreek? Tyreek doesn't actually run through the ball. The lack of run through the ball is a big problem too. Here he is spinning. Oh, that's the one I just showed. All right, click-ons are also still a major problem. Click-ons were a problem on last gen. No improvement for this gen. Do you see how I click on? I want to get to the guy that's going to intercept the ball. I don't know whether they're saying, hey, Gutfox, you're horrible at the game. Just let the CPU handle it. Or like, no, we're horrible at actually giving the right click on. So click-ons are also still a problem. The CPU got it, and then we took it down. We tried to spin because we know we can't stop and go anybody. So that's still a problem. Click-ons need to be fixed. Hopefully patched and fixed. Right here, same thing. He ran press cover 3, and we just burn him straight down the field. Right? There's no press and bail like, you know, how Seahawks Legion of Boom in the early teens played press coverage and then bailed. We don't have that this year. They kind of press and then let go. So you really got to play backed off cover 3. And I want to show you something annoying. All right, so take a look at my coverage. I got my Cam Chancellor, new highest overall million coin card in a deep blue. So I expect somebody to bail out here, play this deep blue. Watch him as he plays a guy like barely has inside coverage on him. He just shuffles backwards. He doesn't actually bail, right? Like if that was like maybe a mid read or like if that was a vert hook, even a vert hook should tape him vertically, right? Oh, I guess maybe the slant underneath for doing it back, but that's a deep blue. He should be bailing out of there. Like the purpose of the deep blue is so that somebody 4 yards on you that you just bail, right? You're bailing on a deep blue. I don't need him playing a post pattern. I need him bailing out, covering deep. That's your job as a deep blue. But he just instead of turning and running, he just backpedaled and let him run past his face, and he didn't really react to it till the ball was already thrown. So something I expected my coverage to have, because traditionally it does, did not cover. So do not rely on deep blues near the line of scrimmage. It does look like they just get run past right now. That should be fixed though. Also, this is it's interesting. Low pass inaccurate. I don't see too many of these, but that's a really cool animation. I will say that's really cool. Like a lot of the new route running, and I didn't show too much of this. A lot of the new route running pass lead is really cool. Even though this was inaccurate, my guy just made a hell of a play on it. It was kind of a cool looking thing, right? It's not all bad. There's me trying a stop and go. Here's my sweet stop and go skill. Just ain't right. This is like, all right. This is what I'm talking about with like racking. One of the problems with Madden 20 was you were able to call an all-out blitz meta with 3 deep blues and then like use somebody over the middle. Because if you threw quick to the flats, guys would not get up the field quick enough. One of the greatest things that Madden 21 did was allow us to rack and get up the field quick. It was amazing that they changed it this year. Next gen doesn't really allow it. It's still on that player, what the heck do you call it? Player motion problem that they don't get up the field. So I can see return the blitz meta because if you throw a deep blue out there, they throw quick. Because it's so hard getting up the field, this in turn doesn't lead them many extra yards. Do you see how it's like turning a ship? Turning a ship to get in and go. They don't really like burst up field like they would IRL. So that's a problem. But then you also have quarterbacks that don't have the right pass lead. They throw it behind the guy. So then it becomes hard to actually lose yards on a lot of this depth because he doesn't turn up the field quite well enough on these rack possessions. And then right here, though, a throw one, it's actually pretty good rack, right? I throw one to my running back and he can get upfield. So that one actually worked out pretty well. So that okay to the running back, and the flat is okay, otherwise not. Also, I will say the run game is still powerful. He run commits middle against the power O. He run commits, which means he devotes everything to the run. And watch how easy this is. It just opens up. He sent everybody. There's no push from the D-line still. And we just get through that hole. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It just opened up. Like, there should be a collapsing hole of a pocket right here. He's in 3-4, blitzing everybody. Just didn't work for him. Yeah, there's another. This one. Watch this character. He's gonna throw a juke, but watch this guy. Nowhere near it. This is shades of 18. That's not good. He had like a force field 5-yard away freak out. Maybe got hit by like a sniper or something quickly. But he didn't fall down, so I don't know what that'd be. Anyways, that's a problem too. So overall, next gen. It is less fun, but it's almost completely because of the player movement. And something that they fixed from the beta to now. Something I 100% believe they can fix. Also, I will say... Wrong one. Shoot. Pictures. Yeah. I will say the change for change sake, the play call menu screen, that wasn't needed, right? How long have we been asking for custom audibles and then they bring us this stuff, right? They bring us this stuff instead. Not needed. This is change for change sake and doesn't add any extra depth. They're like, oh, you can save your favorite now. No, you can just go to recent plays if you have favorite plays. But saved audibles was way more important than this. This is just like, this is literally putting a new paint of coat on it. Paint of coat? Coat of paint. I can't speak. Be like, oh, that's the next gen because of this. Right? They should have changed the scoreboard if they wanted like next gen feature change for paint of coat. Overall, I have faith they can make things better. I mean, I sound stupid saying that, don't I? I hope they make things better. I hope they bring next gen to up to par with current gen. But it's not the worst generation change I've seen in the Madden franchise. I was much angrier earlier today playing it, getting on it. Well, there we are, guys. Thumb the brakes. Also, a band wave went out. Did I show you guys that? A big old band wave went out. Tone got hit. Roboto got hit. Coin distribution. Cheating. Cheating is for gameplay rules. I wonder if it's farming bots or something. I don't know. But yeah, a couple different ones came out. But anyways, that's the game. I'll probably continue on next gen, but I definitely think if you only play Madden, I would not rush out for next gen. Maybe wait till a few patches down the road till they fix a lot of the movement issues and some of the other issues, the cover 3 issues, the man coverage issues. But right now, it is what it is. Current gen, you got a good game. Better than the next. I mean, okay, good relative to next gen. There's still some areas that we want fixed, but I'm not gonna ramble anymore. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed me breaking down next gen and like some of the things that I saw, some of the things that need to change. Let me know in the comment section what you guys saw today. I seen a lot of errors, a lot of bugs too. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But until next time.